They grew up. I also run a mic, as Eddie was saying, every Wednesday at SEPA. Recess mic at Palms Up Academy, if you want to follow or check it out. Palms Up Academy. These kids, they were born. I was pregnant. I conceived, and then I was hosting, and then I went to the hospital to have them. And then the very next mic, I was there with them in breastfeeding, performing in front of people. It's a lifestyle, this work that we do. So grateful to have these spaces. I always had this whole other set planned about like love and heartbreak and all these things. And then I was like, oh, the theme though. So we got to keep it. I'm about like keeping it with the theme. So here's a piece. You ready? Are we all plugged in? Can you play that? Okay, works for me. Here we go. Catch a vibe, Phoenix. Catch a vibe. Dear Hi-Fi. Yeah, go ahead, keep going. It's gonna be okay. Dear Hi-Fi. Before you were named, I was here rolling by. I didn't know you then, wasn't even yet 10, driving down your streets, not me, my mom, cutting through traffic, some days in a panic, carload of us from the Bay, rushing to auditions to and from Southeast LA, fish out of water, swimming with the bloodstream, chasing that American dream. I didn't know you then, still unnamed, that space above downtown. I was a teenager back when, keeping it real. Shirts too short, shoes too large to fill, jeans too big, shirts too small, clothes like costumes. We roamed these concrete ballrooms, going to an NPR to catch some culture. A reading of the debut, a play called Dog Eaters. I didn't know you then. My return from New York, finding myself at Medusa, throwback 90s hip-hop night, must have missed the historic Filipinotown signage under the streetlight. Too busy with my post-punk band, playing bootleg theater, too distracted to notice the neighborhood, the gold glimmer, drunken nights at Tommy's, the classic, sobering next days at Tribal Cafe, a tonic, a duplex off MacArthur Park, living. I would go to Langer's for the Reuben, for the nostalgia. I didn't know you then, but you took me in anyway. 2 kids later, heart storms thereafter, providing communion in Downey, the Valley, 5th and Spring, industrial alleys, Orange County, then on Temple, we bloomed. Palms Up Academy. I didn't know it then, but Basco House finally came home, summoning me like a heartbeat. You became my metronome, a continuation of work on my part and yours. Highlighted manongs on a wall. On the other side, our future calls. Katipunan at Bakla, recess at SEPA, Philam Arts staging the arena, jumping on Sundays at PWC, learning how to stand at Foshji, bellies full at Park's Finest, Hi-Fi Kitchen for breakfast, looking for answers at the bar at Geneva, still learning our history, still exploring our capacity, holding space at this intersection, reconditioning our humanity, a rumpus bursting at the seams, a chorus bursting to be seen, a patch of land marked by the Latinx, the locals, the hipsters, the others, the Philippine X, still learning about X, how we interconnect, 2 lines crossing, longing for equality, coexisting with diversity. I didn't know you then. I didn't know all that you were, all that you'd become to me, all that you were beckoning me to see. I wonder if they knew our heroes and sheroes of yesteryears in a province, drying rice on the side of the road, tending fields, navigating street bustles, negotiating side hustles, living on prayer, waiting on papers, waiting on boats, for planes, for hope, taking that risk across the sea to land here, the home of the free, a better future for their family. I wonder if they knew how hard it would be. Faced with no Filipinos allowed signs, redefining their necklines, how they would have to build their own, carve out neighborhoods alone, finding solace at Loreto, St. Columban, or Filipino Christian Church to keep their kids fed at Bahay Kubu or Little Ongpin, going to Temple Seafood Market, bills paid, property bought, dignity saved, just to see each other as human, escaping their own burden of not belonging. I wonder if they knew how their efforts would be devalued, overlooked, underestimated, invisible, impossible. They would be expected to assimilate to fit in, to wait, to wait to succeed, excel, be disciplined, expected to conform to their assignment of model minority. This America trying to erase their ancestry. I wonder if they knew that we would take the collective remnants of Little Manila from across the nation, from Stockton to Queens, staking our ground, creating our very own P-Town, a gateway to Beverly, co-signing our unity. And between Dillon and Robinson, with our palms up, we join in community. I wonder if they knew that their struggles would persevere, their tradition of Kapwa we'd adhere, their rituals of dance and music and laughter would carry us through caretaking, commerce, and business, our heritage, our compass. I wonder if they knew that we would remember them, commemorate them, honor them. There would be evidence of them in all that we do, even when we didn't even know it then. They were building our truth. So high five for then and now, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Thank you for bearing the undertow of the American dream. If it wasn't for yours, we couldn't be living ours. Love me.